I'm tired of being your mom. I'm sick of it. I'm not the one that birthed you. I'm not the one that's raising you or raised you. Like, go back to your mother. Like, I'm not your mother. We're not doing it anymore in 2025, 2024, 2026, 2099. Hey friends, hi, I'm Kyla Myette. Welcome back. If you are new here, please like this, share, subscribe. I want you to get a blanket, have a seat, get a cup of tea or coffee or wine or whatever your drink of choice, because I want you to relax as we have this chat, okay? If you don't already, please go in my description box, check out my Etsy shop, check out my socials. You can follow me there for more. And let's just get into this video, okay? So today I wanted to talk about the curse of the nurturing personality. What is the nurturing personality? What is that, first of all? So I can only talk about this from an experience standpoint and realizing my personality type and seeing how others interact with me and how I interact with others. In my own definition, the nurturing personality type is someone who people see as a mom. People see as someone that would take care of them or do things for them, and so on and so forth. Usually, if you're anything like me, people think that you're very sweet, very kind. They think you're very warm, very loving, and so on and so forth. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But the reason why I say there's a curse of the nurturing personality is because there are a lot of people, unfortunately, that tend to take it for, granted or take advantage of it. If you had a certain kind of childhood, a certain kind of upbringing, then you don't really fully understand boundaries. You don't fully understand how some people are not like you and they take advantage of you. Talking about my nurturing personality type, I've noticed over the years as not even just being a mom, but just being a person in people's lives that are always giving to them, always loving them, and always like nurturing them and taking care of others. I think that this stems from obviously childhood, but there are key moments I remember in my life that dictate how I allow others to treat me and how I treat others. Me being nurturing and me being kind, me being, warm to other people, I realized there was a certain stigma attached to it. So as I'm growing up and as I'm learning new things and going on with life, I have this false narrative in my head that if I am this type of person, if I do these things, then this person, whatever kind of person they are, they will eventually be like, hey, let me behave the same way. Unfortunately, it never happens that way, like ever. Especially if you are dealing with narcissistic personality disorder people, or people that are just more self-centered or just tend to take advantage or tend to take things for granted easily or more easily than others. So going back to the moment, okay, I actually don't remember, or I don't have this memory in my own head, but it was given to me, or it was told to me, how one time I was with my family and my father was arguing with family members, and I came up to him and I said, Dad, count to 10, count to 10. And automatically he calmed down and counted to 10 and relaxed. Now, the outcome of that situation, I don't recall, but him giving me that story, not only was it to perpetuate this personality type for his advantage, but also it was an indicator of the type of person that I am and how I was naturally. And this is me as a child. I think I was about like 4 or 5. And that story kind of stuck with me because along with, propaganda and social media and all these movies and all these, media outlets, it puts in your head that you have this kind of power that you can calm someone else's beast. There are some relationships that we have, whether it's with our parents or our children or our friends or romantic, that if this person was to say something to you and you trust them enough, they probably could calm you down, or they probably could, put some sense in your head. I think this also goes back to this false narrative that also put into women's head of how they're supposed to act if you're in a heterosexual relationship with a man, and how you're supposed to be their peace and how you're supposed to be the rock in their life while they can be chaotic and you're supposed to be the one to calm them down. And of course that goes into talks about self-control and all these other things and boundaries, but I think for me it definitely continue a cycle for me. It differs for other people. I personally feel like this same sentiment is relatable to other women or to other people. You don't even have to be a woman. You could be a man too. You could be non-gender, right? You could be non-binary. But as a human being, if you have this personality type, or if you have these traits that stick out more than other people around you, then you do find yourselves in situations like this. You do find yourself as the nurturer role, whether it's in your friendships, relationships, and so on and so forth. I've noticed that I've played this role with not only my parents by trying to get them to stop fighting, but also in my friendships, where I would have friends that were dealing with severe mental health issues, whether I have relationships where the other partner is going through something, especially financially or mentally, or life is just lifing at the time, right? And I quickly jump into this role where I think that I can be the one to save them or to fix them or to calm their beast, right? Or calm their demon. This is where it will always get you in trouble, because you end up sometimes, and it's very unfortunate, but it does teach you. But a lot of times, or sometimes, you end up with someone that sees that understands your personality, knows exactly what your personality wants to hear, the things they want to see from you. And they use that to come into your life. They lie into your life, and then they take advantage of your nurturing personality. Have you ever dealt with someone where they come into your life and they try to play the hero, especially when you've been everyone's hero for so long? So now here they come and they're driving you everywhere. They're the ones doing things for you, and you come home, maybe they're the ones that cook for you for once, or they're the ones that, do the things that you're always doing for other people. And you're thinking, wow, I think I found someone like me. I think I found someone that can take care of me the way I can take care of other people. But this is why you have to be careful, because eventually the mask will fall, the facade will fade, and you will see the real them. And you will understand that they were only mirroring you. They were only doing these things to get into your space so that eventually they can flip the script and you do it for them. Once you find yourself in a space, especially a romantic relationship like that, you kind of look around and you're like, yo, how did I get here? It is kind of like a whack on the head. It is kind of like you're waking up from a dream where you're realizing that this person is not the person that they played themselves to be. And you never, and take it from me, you never want to be in a space where you feel like you can't get away from this kind of person. And this might go into like the dark empath, the empath versus narcissist personality type relationship, but I think it's a lot deeper than that too, because this isn't always a romantic partner. This can also be friends. This can be family members. This can be co-workers. I've been in situations where sometimes at work, if they know that like I'm always the one to like come to for answers or whatever the case may be, now they're kind of like putting their load onto you. I remember when I was in high school, because I was in a more advanced math class, so I was a freshman in the class with like juniors and like seniors and sophomores, so older kids. So when it would come to us being in this math class, and mind you, like I'm really good at math, but I'm also like struggling too. Like I'm learning this too. So now when these people are like coming to me and asking me for answers, and the thing is, like, I have no problem to help you. But when you're like constantly like trying to use me to give you the answers and you're not learning anything, at some point you get tired of that and you realize that this person is just using you. You don't want that type of dynamic in any kind of relationship. When I was really young and I was in like this summer camp, like learning like tennis and chess and all these things, and I had a friend who would walk home with me. And right before I would go to my mom's store, every time I would go to her store after this program, I would go to the corner store and get me like, some food. My mom would give me $5. And at the time, $5 could get you a meal. I don't know what's going on today, but $5 used to get you a meal. And I'm not even that old. Like, I sound like an old lady, but $5 used to get you a full hero sandwich, a drink, and a bag of chips. Maybe two if you get the little 25-cent bag. But today a sandwich, a roll is like $6, but that's a whole nother conversation. But at the time, she gave me $5 to get me like some food or whatever, and I would get this hero. And a hero, you can split it in half and have half a sandwich. So one time when she went with me, I gave her half my sandwich because I'm like, she's hungry, I'm hungry. We just spent this whole day outside playing tennis and doing these things, and since I got it, like, and you're my friend, cool. But this is where the problem comes in, because now every day after this program, on my way to my mom's store, now it's like an expectation that every time I have my $5 to get my food, every time you're supposed to get half of my sandwich. And that is where boundaries come in. And this is where you need to understand what kind of people you have in your life, and what do they bring into your life, and is it equaling to the things that they are taking from your life? Because everybody in any relationship is give and take. But how much? How much? Because it got so bad to the point where I had to lie. I had to lie to her and say I either didn't have the $5 or I had to go straight home. Like, I couldn't even go to the store. I walked all the way around the store to my grandmother's house and back to the store just to avoid giving her half of my sandwich. Because you do one nice thing one time, and sometimes, a lot of times, these people that you do this nice thing for, they expect it now. Now they expect your half of your sandwich. A lot of times this could be transcribed into deeper things. This could be deeper than just half of your sandwich. But in this case, what are you giving up in your life that is your half of your sandwich? You know that you're hungry. You know you want that full sandwich. And at the time when you gave that half a sandwich, maybe you wasn't that hungry. Maybe you didn't really need it. Or maybe you were just being nice at the time. But now, and the next day, I'm starving and I want both halves of my sandwich. Of course, that was a learning lesson for me, because I don't really know what her answer would have been if I just said no. But you do run into people where if you are finally putting down a boundary, you're finally stating your boundaries and trying to maintain them, because that always been a big part for me. How do these people react when you put your boundary? If they start to get upset, if they start to feel like they're losing something, they were benefiting off of you disrespecting yourself or putting yourself last. They were benefiting from you not taking care of yourself. And that's not okay. The people around you, the people that say that they love you, the people that say that they care about you, they should be, if they're going to be in your life and they're going to benefit from your life, they should be benefiting because you are fully happy and you are fully taken care of. And then some, period. Especially if it's a romantic partner that sits there in your face and tells you that they love you. If they sit there and tell you that they like you. If they sit there and try to have intercourse with you or try to spend all this time with you when you could be doing other things and try to, be in your life. What are they bringing to your life? This also comes with understanding what you bring to other people's lives. This is why it's very, very important for you to just be quiet and just listen to people when they talk. Especially if you're on a date, or if you're just sitting and chilling with somebody, especially if that person may be intoxicated, the truth always comes out. If you're in a social setting, if it's just you and this person, or if you're in a group or whatever the case may be and everybody's talking, I have a challenge for you. I want you to just sit there and just watch and listen and watch how quickly you'll see people's true personalities, and watch how quickly you will learn more about people by just listening to when they talk. A lot of times when people are talking firsthand, they're more conscious about what they're saying and their words, especially if they're first meeting you. But eventually, like I said, the mask always falls off. Okay. A lot of this also happens over time. You need to spend the time with people and, you know, have conversations with them in order to learn this person, because sometimes some people just don't know that they're stepping over a boundary, especially if you're not saying anything. I never told that girl, like, listen, I want my other half of my sandwich. I completely avoided the situation by lying to her and not really handling my business. There are some people that do care about you that do overstep your boundaries and do take advantage. You have to step in with yourself and understand, like, listen, this is bothering me. This person may not be doing it on purpose. And that's when you have the conversation with them. Sometimes people just don't know, and that's why you have to have a conversation. But you also have to understand the other half of the people, that they know exactly what they're doing. And I know you know that they know. They know that you know exactly what they're doing. And I've been in so many situations with men where if I'm either dating them or we're just getting to know each other, whatever case may be, why do you find myself in this nurturing role position, and I end up taking more of the emotional labor than them. I end up doing more emotional work or other work than them, and a lot of times that will make you very resentful. It will make you very unhappy, and nobody wants to be around someone that's unhappy. I actually had someone that I was dating, so we weren't together, but we were dating. We were getting to know each other. And I invited him to my house, had cooked him and I like some dinner. I remember sitting on my beanbag chairs as we were about to eat this food, and he just randomly said to me, "You'll make a great mom." And at the time, it's just kind of like, okay, thanks. Like, what do you mean by that? And let's just say, thank God I dodged that bullet, because you don't know what that man was trying to do. I think he's not the first or the last person to see me as a good mom. And despite the fact that I actually do have a child now, I think other people also have seen me in that light, because of the fact that they see how you treat other people, how you treat yourself, how, you know, you do things for other people, and they want that for themselves. And it's understandable, because, you know, if you're in a relationship, you want someone that's going to take care of you. And I've been having a hard time finding someone that actually reciprocates that in terms of a romantic relationship. I am fulfilled in that way when it comes to like family members and friends. But when it comes to romantic relationships, like, I have yet to find someone that will take care of me the way I would take care of them, and then some. I'm just so freaking tired of being these niggas' moms. I'm tired of being your mom. I'm sick of it. I'm not the one that birthed you. I'm not the one that's raising you or raised you. Like, go back to your mother. Like, I'm not your mother. Especially in relationships where I've given so many chances for them to do better, and they just choose not to do better. Like, I have done therapy with an ex, and he was taking the whole thing as a joke. I have had many conversations with exes or people that I've tried to talk to where we either would try to set like relationship or like argument rules or whatever the case may be. And it's just like, at some point you just get tired, because it's just like, why do I have to tell you this? You're an adult. Like, why do I have to sit here and set rules with you on how to argue with somebody? It's just like, bro, like, you know better not to call me out of my name. You know better than to bring up something that may be traumatic or may be very low of you to say in an argument. Like, you know these things. It's not like we're like 15, 16 and we're just started to date and you're just figuring out who you are. We're like about to be 30 and you still don't understand that what you're doing is disrespectful. I promise you, if you do it to them, guess what? Oh, you're disrespectful. Oh, this, oh, that. Right. So you do understand that this is disrespectful. A lot of times they know what they're doing. They just have to test to see how far you would let them go. What are you going to do? If you don't understand this off rip, or at least after experiencing life or experiencing certain relationships or whatever the case may be, or even watching dating shows, like, if you don't get it by now, I'm not setting no rules for you. I'm not doing nothing. You know exactly what is wrong and what is right at this point. And y'all choose to not do better. And that's okay. Don't do better. Just don't expect me to be around, because I'm not sticking around. I have a daughter to raise. I have a daughter to be an example for. So I'm not tolerating nothing. I don't care who it's from. And that's because I don't want her to grow up and think that she has to put her needs last in order to be in a friendship, in a relationship, at a job, or whatever the case may be. We're not doing it anymore in 2025, 2024, 2026, 2099. Cheers to you for setting boundaries, for not being these motherfuckers' moms, for putting your needs first. We are no longer putting ourselves last anymore. If you like this video, if you relate to this video, if you understand what I'm saying, if you feel it in your soul, please like this. Please share this. Comment if you are also a nurturing personality type, and let me know your experience, because I'm pretty sure you got stories just like I got stories. Let me know below what you want to see from me next time. So I want you to click that like button. I want you to subscribe if you haven't already. You should have subscribed in the beginning, but I'm gonna let it slide for now, okay? Smile today, because you look gorgeous, you look beautiful, you look handsome, you look great today. I hope you remember that every day, okay? And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.